Hey, welcome to Gas Station Radio. I'm so glad you're here. My name is Lady Steph, and you can find us on YouTube at WJYN 98.5. You can stream us on Alexa, and you can also go to uptownradiophilly.org, and you can also listen on onlineradiobox.com. We stream live from our Instagram page. But before we get started, I'm not here alone.
Yo, it's your boy, man. Free Truth Ray. I'm in here on this lovely Saturday, Friday. You know what I mean? I got my hot tea with me though.
Okay, some
You know,
hydration.
I got some hydration with me. We preach hydration. If you out there smoking that good, get you some water, you know, get you a Gatorade, something. I don't think coffee counts as hydration.
Uh, no,
I don't think
no,
that
it's
counts.
more of a stimulant. I think you drank it to counteract how high you would get
But
if you didn't drink the coffee.
but this lemon tea though, I definitely recommend some hot lemon tea on this cold day in Philly.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay. All right. Well, without further ado, let's get into it. We are cannabis patients, and we are definitely in favor of the cannabis experience, right? So, not only do we attend dispensaries, but we also attend events that are held within the cannabis industry. So, first off, let's
yes,
shout out New Jersey for becoming legal.
yes, sir, yes,
Yeah,
sir.
as far
Jersey,
as legalization, they have things
Jersey,
to work out, but
Jersey on me
you can
down the
have
street.
cannabis and it's okay.
Jersey on me down the street, just like everybody used to make that ride to Roger Wilco.
Oh, yeah, over the border
You know, to get that drinky drink. Now, now you can slide over there,
and get some cannabis.
get some cannabis, get some good bud with you.
Right. They approve adult rec use. So that's awesome.
Yeah,
They already had a medical program, but now with the adult rec use in the works, that's going to generate a lot of money. A lot of money.
we need Philly. We need Philly to jump on board, man.
Yeah,
Get legal.
yeah.
That way we don't gotta go across the street.
Right. Keep the money in the state.
Keep the money in the state. It's so much going on in our own city.
Right.
Of course we know that because we always around.
Yeah.
We definitely around as
Yeah.
far as the cannabis community goes. It's a lot of different people that have events in our
Mhm.
city that if you wasn't in the cannabis community, trust me, you would not know nothing about
Yeah.
none of
You
this stuff.
wouldn't even suspect that there was an event going on.
Yeah, and the pieces where they have these events at, I love it, man. It's safe, secure,
Yeah.
and everybody smoking and everybody showing love.
Right.
But it's definitely a large cannabis community in our own city.
Yeah, it's growing.
Whereas though, we don't gotta go across the street with it. We could
Right.
we
You don't
could
have
we
to
could
travel out the state
we could
to experience cannabis.
stay right here in our own city and do it.
So shout out to New Jersey Weed Man. We went to his smoke out last Saturday. That was the day after legalization in Jersey was signed.
Yeah,
Uh huh.
my man had us
We were across
smoke.
from city government. We were in Trenton.
We drove up to Trenton, and this man had us in a spot that was across the street from the like they Capitol building.
Right across the street from the city government.
He was on boss type time with it as far as being happy that things was legal now. You know what I mean? That's what's up.
Who? Okay.
Oh man, we got on air questions over here on
Hello, this
Gas
is
Station Radio.
Lady Steph. Can I, Mr. Dean? You can go ahead and ask your question.
Oh, hello. My question was, what do you think is going to happen to the prices at the dispensary if we were to legalize? If we were to legalize it,
Well, there will definitely be competition, I think we should really focus on what's written in that legalization package. Will they allow home grow? And will they also allow those home growers to choose whether they want to use it as a cash crop, which will be grown, dried, and cured and prepared for a dispensary, or if they're growing it personally?
Okay, I just wanted to throw that out there, man. Thank you so much.
No problem. Thanks for the call.
Well, I feel like in the sense that prices is going to go up in the dispensary, being as though it's going to be able to be legalized. But I also feel like that the black market is what's going to flourish.
Right.
You know, there's a huge
Well, it'll no longer be black market
right
if you're allowed to grow.
right. So once if cannabis is legal in Pennsylvania, then you know the people that's in the black market today get to come out into the light.
Right. They get to go legal.
And it's so much, it's so many people in our city that's, you know, they doing their thing, not on a standing at the corner store type level.
Correct. Yes, they do have a business model in place for their clientele.
Like
yes.
I grew up on the standing on the corner type level.
Oh no, you don't stand on the corner no more. You make appointments.
So when I start going to these events and these venues and I start seeing, you know, how things was operating on the level in which they was operating on, it was making me say to myself, like,
it's a well thought out plan.
Man, what was I doing? You know what I mean?
Right.
I wasn't, but you know, when you don't know, you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, to be able to be around that and see that is like, man, this nickel and diamond, that's not the way if you really gonna do it.
So let me get this correct. You're saying that it's more than just being a corner boy.
Exactamundo.
It's not weed. Let's change the term. We're talking about cannabis. Cannabis is an industry in which you can flourish.
Well, in this industry, there's a lot of money that's being made in this industry.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of states going legal. And for me to be in the position I'm in, I know a lot of people that's, you know, doing it another way. And it's like, yo, man, you might want to come to me to some of these events and venues or travel with me out of state or whatever and see how guys is doing it on a level
ideas,
that they
the parties, the events,
how people is moving. You might change your business aspect a little bit. You might change your business if you somebody that's really, you know, you really trying to do that. If this is what you really trying to do.
It's out there.
The nickel and diamond eighth way is not the way. You know what I mean?
It's not.
And you know, people got to do what they got to do to survive, do what they got to do to get, you know, by in life, and that's why people choose the options that they choose. But you know, for certain people, if that's how you want to feed your family, it's definitely a more productive way that you can go about it, where you're not really like looking over your shoulder and worrying about the police and such. You know, I don't go to places where I be worrying about the police. So if I'm not worrying about them, I know you shouldn't be worrying about them, and you actually could be actually making money.
Yeah, but with legalization and you being able to grow for your own house, you can make some money.
Well, that's love too, because then you don't gotta, you know, you don't gotta be out here spending your money going to a dispensary.
Well, look, if you have enough residents growing, you can start a community dispensary. The tree don't have to go outside your hood. And if y'all all growing 7 different flavors, when it comes harvest time, if y'all staggered the growth, so every 6 months, 4 to 6 months, you get a new crop, depending on what type of seed you use, right? Because it determines when the cannabis will be ready and when you can transfer to have it dried and cured. But if y'all all growing something different, just think of the variety you could provide to your community.
Yeah, I need to go down the street and holler at.
Because right now there are no dispensaries close to any hoods. Period.
Yeah, they keep it. They keep them. They keeping that part of the
They
game
they
hidden.
made that blatantly obvious. There are no dispensaries close to where you live. If
Yeah,
you're a person of color.
why is that?
It's strategic. It's marketing. But what I'm saying to you, as far as legalization, we got to fight and say no. We want to be able to grow. We want to be able to grow, and we want to be able to offer what we grow to the community. Yo, you can clean up the streets. If the money is still in the community, then
We could control our own markets, and that's what they don't want us to do. If I got somebody on my block, it's 6, 7, 8 of us, and all of us growing something different. Now we all have our own variety within our block. We could trade and barter with amongst ourselves, and so
Correct.
that way we controlling our own markets. We no longer need them. So I don't think that the home grow situation, I don't think that's good for the government. I think that legalizing it and saying it's recreational and making all those moves is good because it opens up the opportunity for people to have businesses. So yeah, you got the home grow aspect of it, but then we want to open our eyes or open the eyes to people that want to actually have their own dispensaries in our neighborhoods that we can actually get to ourselves.
right.
That actually, going to have some
Something something different.
quality cannabis. We
Look,
don't want the second rate stuff in the hood.
look. So what I've seen is the rotation where you go to a dispensary and they have a set amount of strains that they always have, and it's like it's okay, but it gets boring after a certain point.
Yeah, so then you gotta go to another dispensary.
Right. It's like why do I have to travel to another dispensary to get something of quality?
But see, think about this.
I mean, I understand you have different locations, but if you're in my neighborhood, then why do I need to go all the way over to this place when I should be able to come to you?
But that's a beautiful problem that you have.
Well,
Being
this,
a
the
cannabis
selection, yeah, having a
Because
selection.
if you somebody that doesn't have a medical cannabis card, then your selection
It's
is,
limited.
with so and so got in the neighborhood. Now you got to know
It
different
depends. Yeah.
people to know if they got different stuff because you tired of smoking what this person got.
Right.
You might want to try something different. So you got to
Right.
call this person or call that person.
Yeah. I get it.
Everybody-
It is. I would say that's a good point, a good perspective to have.
Yeah, that's a good problem to have when you have a medical cannabis card, that you're somebody that can actually go to the dispensary and you have all those flavors and varieties, to your disposal.
True. Yeah, I mean, well,
Because when you go to your man, you just got what your man got.
yeah, that's
And
about
your
it.
man gonna say, "Yo, I got some of this. It smell great. It's this, that, and you want something." So you really gonna get it anyway.
Yeah, you're not gonna turn it down.
You ain't gonna turn it down because where you going?
You have nowhere else to go.
You have nowhere else to go. So you're gonna get what they got because that's what's in your
That's
convenience
what's in
zone.
circulation at the moment.
Yeah, people
Okay.
do what's convenient for them.
True. All right. Okay. I'll leave it at that.
So that's why I said, you got a beautiful problem there, ma'am. You got you one of them cards, and you get to
Well,
go.
the
and look in
fact
store.
that it's becoming legal up and down the East Coast, just imagine your trips from now on. Now you can go to that dispensary in that state where they allow it from a medicinal standpoint, excuse me, and you can get your medicine while you're there. They have Rite Aids all over the place. They have Walgreens and CVS's and Walmarts, even ancillary services where the pharmaceutical companies will deliver to you. I believe that cannabis is on the same path.
Well, I don't think they doing no deliveries in Philly yet. We ain't get on that path.
No, but I mean it's a business model. And it does happen. And it is working. It's just not in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, well, people scared. I don't know if I'm accepting the delivery weed job off the bat. Especially if where I got to deliver at. If I'm delivering in certain neighborhoods, and that's a shame that I gotta say something like that.
Exactly.
That's a shame that I gotta say something like that, man.
And that goes back to my point.
We gotta stop doing that to us,
if
man.
the
We gotta stop being
community,
afraid to be in our own community.
Listen, if the community members were able to make money, then nobody would be getting stuck up.
Yeah.
Nobody would be, feel like their life is threatened when they go down a certain block. Why? Because you already have an abundance of cannabis on hand. And I am not a threat to you. I may become a customer. How about that? Changes the mindset. This is an opportunity to make money now when people come into your neighborhood. No longer am I looking upon them to rob them of something that they have earned.
You can't be looking at me like I'm an op if I'm a customer. That's the terminology nowadays. Everybody has an op. Everybody's an op. I don't get it, but when I was growing up, we didn't have all these enemies. For some reason, everybody has all these enemies nowadays. I don't get it. I think they need to smoke some indica and
chill out.
Go chill out, calm down, figure out something to do more responsibly with their life in our community so we could actually build it up so that somebody can actually say that they want to put a dispensary in our neighborhood because they're not looking at the crime demographic and saying that this isn't a good idea.
Right.
When we have all the crime in our neighborhood, then people look at those crime demographics and then they don't want to open up stores and certain businesses in our neighborhood.
Exactly.
So we kind of shutting ourselves out.
It's weird, but it's like if you would change your perspective for a moment, your neighborhood would thrive. It would thrive. The people using opioids, you give them cannabis. Cannabis is an exit option.
I don't see how
to
they got to
slow down your use to hopefully eliminating the need for it entirely. Cannabis is a good thing.
They gave those people a spot. What we need to do is figure out safe areas for people to smoke cannabis. We need a nice little building where we could come in with some nice chairs.
Exactly.
TV, radio.
You can
and we could just zone out, smoke. People get to, rub shoulders with
you
people.
You get to network and meet somebody else.
Network with other people in a calm, nice environment.
Yeah, come teach a class.
We need one of those.
Right.
They don't have those. We gotta hide and do that. We tired of hiding. We tired of hiding and doing it.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
The fact that people don't know about cannabis as much as they should know about it, especially as much as we smoke. And I'm somebody that can say that. I'm somebody that just used to just indulge in it just because I wanted to get high was the thing to do.
Right.
And now that I'm actually learning and getting education on, what I'm actually smoking, is like,
it changes your mind.
It changes my perspective of it. Then I look at the people that I'm around and everybody that I'm around, it's like, oh, look at Ray, he learning this or whatever. I'm just trying to tell y'all what I know. And if it stick, it stick. If it don't, then it don't. But it's a lot of education for cannabis out here for people that just indulging in it just for recreational use.
Yeah, for the look of the plant.
Just to be cool. That's really not the way to go about it. Especially if you spending your money on it. There's a lot of people spending a lot of money on this cannabis.
Yeah, it's not enough tree in the eighth for me.
Yeah.
Definitely not enough.
Right. Like I don't even know where eighths came in at. When I was growing up, we had quarters.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, everybody scaled down to eighths.
Right.
If anything, we were supposed to scale up.
Right.
The halves.
How about that?
We were supposed to scale up the halves. We wasn't supposed to scale back. We scaled back, getting eighths. That's scaling back. So people smoking less weed,
but spending more money.
spending more money. I don't think people understand the demographic of what's what's going on with they pockets. When you was buying them fat nicks and you was buying, quarters of Reggie, that's what it was. But it was some good Reggie. All of a sudden, Reggie became bad. Like everybody wasn't smoking fire Reggie.
It's the worst thing ever.
Yeah, all of a sudden it became the worst thing ever. So now you smoking eighths instead of quarters, and that eighth is more than what the quarter was.
Right. Yeah, how? That exactly.
I don't think people really sitting back looking at the demographic of what's what they doing.
Like I said, you get less, but you're spending more.
You're getting less, but you spending more. And then you doing it like it's a sport.
Right.
Like
so when you look on social media, you see people who have rolled blunts and joints and spliffs and infused them and laced them with moon rocks and distillate and shatter and wax and resin and rosin and ice hash and all of these other things.
There's people out here that don't even know about nothing you just said. All that stuff you just said is like,
that's just right. But
what?
Those are the things that cannabis can be transformed into. So you don't just have to sell tree. You could just offer only concentrates. You could only offer edibles. You could only offer services. You could only offer consultations. There is a lane for everybody in cannabis, I believe. No one has a hard coded mold per se business model of how you should go about it. And you don't have to grow the tree in order to get into the tree industry.
No, you don't.
You could be doing something else and link up with somebody who's already established and growing. Yeah. Stop trying to be the grower. You don't have to take that path. You could do what you're doing, but offer it in the cannabis industry.
Listen, we done seen too much American Gangster where Denzel, he wanted to go straight to the source.
Right. He wanted the plug. He wanted the supply.
We watched Scarface. He went straight to the source. We watched Blow. He went straight to the source.
Yeah.
Everything we grew up on was going straight to the source. So everybody want to go straight to the source. Nobody want to be a part of the whole organization.
Well, look, that's why there needs to be more than one source.
But then they'll do it illegally where it's somebody that run their block, run their hood, control the work, whatever the situation is, right? And they could be a part of them type organizations. You know what I'm saying? Prospectively. Like,
yeah, I
was a part of one of those organizations. Mm-hmm. So if I could be a part of a well-oiled machine such as that, I should be able to do the exact same thing legally
on your own
and play the same. I could play the same role. I was the little bundle boy. I could be the boy that work at the dispensary and work at the cashier. I could play the same role.
Right, but legally.
I don't even got to be the boss guy. I could be the cashier at the dispensary that my man started. Mm-hmm. I could work in the back doing something, whatever. I don't got to be the head guy. Everybody want to be the head guy. Right. I don't want to be the head guy. I don't got to be the head guy. I just want to be cool. I just want to be all right. If everybody all right, who cares who's the head guy?
Right. But you have to accept that though. You have to buy into that logic. Like you said, people want to be in charge.
I'm a part of the organization.
You want to be the captain of the ship, as they say.
I'm a part of the organization. I'm cool.
Well, look, we are also a part of the organization, and we want to thank you for checking out the Gas Station Radio Show today on WJYN 98.5 FM. You can find us on YouTube at WJYN 98.5, and you can stream us on Alexa. You can go to uptownradiophilly.org And you can also hear us on onlineradiobox.com. Shout out to Roll Certified. I have
Hey.
on a hoodie today.
Hey.
There's a merchandise store at www.rollcertified.com. If you like the show, if you enjoyed the podcast, support.
Yes, sir. We
Show
asked.
support. Get a shirt, get a t-shirt, get a hoodie.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. www.rollcertified.com.
But they say the highest form of flattery is somebody copying you. Copy me right now.
Copy me right now, man.
Copy me this week. Copy me with your friends.
The first official clothing line for the cannabis community. The cannabis community don't have a clothing line. People wear cookies and runts because those are popular strands, and they just have merchandise for their strands.
Well, they have enough people following them because of the cannabis that they create,
Because
not so much of the apparel that they offer.
Right. So I'm starting the cannabis brand for everybody. You know, if you're watching this on YouTube right now,
live,
I got the Plants Over Pills.
POP, Plants Over Pills.
You know, we starting a positive movement with Roll Certified. Right. Plants Over Pills.
Yes. A more natural, holistic approach to your daily lifestyle.
There we go, man. Put them perks and them Xannies down. Pick up some hemp. Pick up some CBD. Pick up some good THC. You know, do your body some justice.
Eat some vegetables and drink some water.
There we go, man. Do your body right, but plants over pills, man. You know what I'm saying? Then we, you know, if you follow me, Free Truth Ray, if you follow the Gas Station Radio Show on Instagram, you know, I've been posting, you know, various logos.
Yeah,
for you know, my clothing line. I'm trying to make it, you know, entertaining and catchy to, you know, people's eyes, and want people to, you know, actually look at it and think of different ways to possibly market, you know, this product on a large scale. But I got Bud Bunny.
Well, look here.
Bong Bunny.
Well, we also support autism.
Yes.
Let's get that out there.
Yes.
When you go on to the website, you should see some autism awareness apparel on there. And if you support the show and you're an advocate for autism and for them to also have access to everything that we have access to, go cop a shirt. Go get a hoodie. Tell somebody about it. Yes. Autism is very important and near and dear to my heart personally. I've seen it firsthand, and it's been a part of my life for almost 20 years now. My son will be 20. So, and that's it. You know, we want to talk about gas. That's my gas. Autism is the God accelerated standard that fuels me. This is why I'm on the radio.
Yes.
This is exactly why I'm on the radio. So I know that cannabis works. I've seen it work within the autism community with my own eye. But you have to do your own research. It's not a specific strand. It's not a specific tincture. A lot of these ailments that our kids go through come through from the food and your environment. Process, sugar, caffeine, just some of the things that they don't necessarily need, but is laced in everything that's being consumed and pushed on television.
Yes.
That the overstimulation as far as watching apps and needing to post on social media. You don't think that relates to your appetite? It does, subconsciously. When you're watching something and you see that ad come by a little later, oh man, I think I do want to get that pizza from Pizza Hut. Why? Because they planted the seed in your mind. So how about we plant some healthy seeds? Let's do that. Let's push more fruit. Let's push more fresh air. Let's actually talk to somebody instead of texting them.
Yeah. Let's get these kids outside.
Let's get together. Show them something that they don't know. That's your job. I believe if you are exposed or around younger minds, it is your opportunity to share the tools that you have, whether you impart upon them something that you have learned or they learn something that you learned,
Mhm.
so that they can forego the circumstances that you were exposed to. We can't leave them behind. You can't kick them out. You have to cultivate them. You have to nurture them. You have to encourage them even when they don't listen. So at the gas station, we are definitely pro community events. Anything that you're doing for the youth. Like we met a guy last night. We went to an event. Has a community boxing program for at youth risk. How cool is that?
How cool is that? The people that we meet when we go out to these
Right,
places, man.
these
I
are
love it, man.
movers and shakers in the community that are doing things right now. You say, well, the COVID is going on. Who cares?
There's definitely people making moves in the COVID.
People have needs still, regardless of this. And you can't stop helping just because something is going on.
No.
You got to come together and unite. That's what they don't want.
Well,
That's the goal, to keep us ununified.
follow the gas station podcast because we unifying everybody,
Yeah,
especially in the cannabis community in our city. We at all the events that we can
yeah,
get to. We
definitely
definitely support different,
organizations and
organizations
businesses.
and businesses. Is more than one group of individuals that's in our city that throw parties where they got different rappers and singers and comedians.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's a lot of
It's a lot going on.
entertainment that's going on in our city. Every time I go to an event
Hmm.
that's cannabis friendly, it's some type of comedian there, it's some type of rapper there. Everybody is that really want to get their talent out there.
Yeah, there's a venue for you.
It's definitely venues for you, man. And I like the fact that the cannabis friendly events that we go to allow such rappers and singers and comedians to display their talent
There's
for
no
the city.
barrier when you're in that room. When you walk in, it's just, hey, I'm so and so, and this is what I do.
Right.
You don't get the I'm better than you, or I'm performing and ain't nobody better than me. None of that. You hear nothing but support, artist to artist, them singing each other's songs, buying each other's merchandise. Like, it's really not an issue. It's a wonderful environment,
It's
and
definitely a lot of
it's
love.
just been really, really positive. Really positive. You see the age range in the music industry, from what I've seen from attending these events. You don't know who coming.
Right.
Saw someone with a gray beard, but to me, he sound better than Trey Songz. And you probably would say, come on, Lady Stuff, for real. I'm telling you, his song was a banger. If you put it on the radio right now, it would be in competition with
Well, listen,
Vito.
we definitely gonna be playing such songs on the Road Certified show that's on YouTube. So not only are we on the radio, WJYN 98.5 Uptown Radio,
Hmm.
certain things that we don't do in the radio station, in certain places that we go, we like to, not only talk about it
But
on the radio,
we
but we like
capture
to
the
show
event.
we like to
Yes.
show people.
Yeah, we show you where we are.
So,
We share the experience.
with the Road Certified show, that's what we do. We go to different events. We talk to different vendors. Talk to different people. Ask them their experiences with cannabis and so forth, and
Hmm.
you know, bring light to our community about what's going on in our city. So, when we get a chance to meet certain up and coming singers, we got that footage for you, man. Go check the Road Certified show. It's on YouTube right now.
Yeah.
We definitely highlight a lot of Philly's up and coming comedians
Unheard
and upcoming
artists.
rappers, man. Like
Right.
a lot of people that can't get on certain platforms.
Hmm.
What we're doing here at WJYN 98.5 is we're building a platform for the voice that's in our communities that
Hmm.
they're not so popular to
Right.
get to those to those popular, spots. Not to say that we're not a popular spot. We definitely around, but we trying to give people an opportunity to have a
Yeah,
voice.
right. You wanna establish this radio station so your music can be played all the time, all the time, just like they do on the other radio stations. We won't mention their numbers, but on 98.5, we definitely encourage local artists to have their music played on the station. 'Cause there's so many shows where your music could be played.
Exactly.
It's like, come on, it's just you can't beat it, and it's us listening to us. Who else do you want to listen to you?
Right.
It's
Right.
it's more of us as far as buying power. Who else do you want to listen to you?
Especially knowing that we are in a space where I see that everybody wants promotion. Anybody that has a product or a skill, they want promotion. So being on the radio, this is promotion. Shout out to our past guests and to people who feel like,
Yeah,
hey, I'm doing something positive in the community. Follow Free Truth Ray. Follow Lady Steph. Follow at Gas Station Podcast. Send us a DM. Come on the radio and tell the community what you doing.
yeah. Let us know. Make an announcement.
You know,
Let us help you announce what it is you're doing
I don't think
or
I
the
don't
event that you have coming up.
I don't think nobody would turn down radio promotion. I think this is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful opportunity, you know, to have,
Yeah, it is.
and to much is given, much is required. So I feel like this position that we have, we're required to, give that cannabis education,
Mm-hmm.
being as though we're the only cannabis
Show.
show
Yeah,
on FM radio.
yeah, yeah.
We
That I
have a
know of.
we have a responsibility to, make sure that we research and
Exactly.
speak properly about the
Exactly.
things that
Don't
we're
just come
we're
on
speaking
here,
about on the radio.
man. Man, you have no idea.
And at the same time, we have a responsibility to show up to these events and to highlight
Right, to be in
our own
the
community.
industry that we proclaim to be a part of. I can't talk to you about cannabis if I'm never around it, or I've never seen it, or I don't know anybody who has a business.
Right.
What information could I share with you if I've never been around or attended a webinar or gone to a community meeting? I can't offer you nothing, nothing. And
Right.
I refuse to be that representative. So
No.
therefore, you see us. We are at different venues and at different events, networking and talking to different businesses and vendors and people who have just different talents, who offer different things. But cannabis has brought us all together under this one roof. So it's an opportunity to introduce us and to offer the opportunity to them to share what it is they do. What is the gas that fuels them? What is it that has you up at 4 o'clock in the morning grinding because there's a goal? Something is pushing you. What is it? Somebody might need to hear that. Somebody might need that message that you holding on to. So why not come on gas station radio and talk about it? And talk about it. And it may even be therapeutic to you to
Right.
finally let it out.
Right.
No judgment here. We don't judge. What you do is what you did, and that's how it is. I ain't got nothing else to say about that. But back to the cannabis experience. Shout out to the AMF house.
Shout out to the AMF
Shout out to the AMF
house.
house.
They gave me somewhere positive to be at.
Whoa, this place is amazing. Just the services that they offer is remarkable. It's like a gym tucked in the mountain, as they say.
Yeah, man. Well, I like the fact that they offer somewhere for you to chill at on a Monday and a Wednesday
Yeah.
throughout the week. Everybody want to do things on the weekend, so
Right.
it's a lot of competition.
Yeah, for that
On the-
Friday and Saturday night
for-
spot. Yeah.
Where people having events and they doing things. It's like, do I go to this person event or do I
Mhm.
go to this person event? Whereas though I like how they do their thing. Monday, Wednesday. It was a lot of different artists there
Yes.
showcasing, and it
Yeah.
was a dope
Different
vibe.
businesses. Yeah.
Different businesses. Way for people to
Well, they had
network.
multiple DJs too.
Multiple DJs.
Yeah.
So being I feel like we the leaders of this cannabis community. We was obligated to go.
Well,
We
yeah.
obligated to go to all the cannabis friendly spots in the city with that's highlighting our people. Shoot us the DM. We there.
Yeah.
We
Let us
there.
know. We'll show up. We'll roll up with our famous, infamous camera guy. Yes, I'm that guy.
My guy. My
And
guy.
we will do an interview.
Yes, I'm the guy. Shout out my guy Mooka Yep who listening. Yeah, I mean little jokey joke show with my man Biscuit. You know what I'm saying? Inside joke.
So look, the comedy show that we went to, we've been busy. Um, these events they starting to add up, man, throughout the week. So the comedy show that we went to, that was cannabis friendly, was wow. It's I don't know what to say. The level of talent that I have seen by attending the different shows and venues, it gets better every time.
Yeah, man. The
It gets
rappers,
better
the
every time. The quality
singers,
of the music,
the comedians, people been working on their craft during the COVID.
and you don't have to fake like you like the song. Like you really naturally enjoy the music.
Yeah.
Somebody thought about how they put that song together so that you would enjoy it. You can see the effort and the energy that each artist put into their craft. Even the poet, her set was amazing. I was like, who is that? And she was first. I was like, oh man, I got to get that on my show. I like poetry. I like spoken word. I like to snap, as they say.
Oh, Love Jones. Oh, Darius Love Hall in the building.
So, you say, hey, and they say something that you like. So it's just been a wonderful experience. And as COVID begins to lift, be on the lookout. There'll be more events. I promise you. Happening all over. From the different states going into the legalization phase to parties coming back, the all day brunches and the day parties. That stuff is going to come back. They want to make money.
All the events that's open, because a lot of stuff that we go to, you gotta be privately invited.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
we go
You
to
do. Yeah.
a lot of privately invited events. So we lucky that we rub shoulders with the right people. Whereas though we actually get invites to events where we around all the great loud. Last night I was out
Oh man.
and I go to the
Yeah.
girl table and she said I don't have no sativas. She said I got hybrids and indicas only.
Wow. That's awesome that you walked up to the table and she told you that.
Well, this is what I do. When I walk up on people, I ask them. See, I didn't know that before.
Right.
I didn't know to say, well, you got some sativas. What happened was the camera guy,
Mm-hmm.
he was like, I want some sativa.
Okay.
I ain't trying to be. And she said, all right,
Right.
that's when she hit us with the spiel. And she said, but look, I got this hybrid for you.
Yeah. A hybrid is a mixture. Yes, it's right in the middle.
So we got the good hybrid,
Mm-hmm.
and we was good. We was good.
Yes. Yes, we were. Oh my goodness.
I was great.
The strain that she recommended
And I liked her, man. You know
was
what I mean? She always
oh
gave
man.
me something. She always gave me something good. I
Ooh,
forgot.
it
I
was,
forgot.
it
I
was good.
forgot her name. She told me that I couldn't put her on camera. She said I could film her table, but I couldn't film her. I said,
Well, right,
respectable.
exactly. We
You
don't
know.
want anybody that doesn't want to.
No, we don't. We ain't trying to get nobody,
Yeah,
caught
no.
up in nothing that they don't need to get caught up in.
Mm-mm.
But the multiple times I met her, she's definitely
No, that her level of tree is definitely not mids. Let's just say that.
yeah. So I definitely wasn't. I because I be around some good loud. I'm
Hmm.
trying to wear the CBD president stamp on my back. I'm trying to be the CBD president. Somebody gotta be brave.
Oh, and stand out
Somebody gotta be
and,
brave and
and
do
offer
it.
some wonderful CBD.
Yeah, somebody gotta be the one to be like, yeah, I smoke CBD and it ain't nothing wrong with it, cause it ain't nothing wrong with it.
No, it's not.
But last night I wasn't on no CBD.
Oh no, that apple fritter was
Wasn't no
exquisite.
CBD involved.
Exquisite.
all gas.
It was on the strongest strain list in 2016 for the High Times
We
Cup.
need some of our listeners. Listen, tag us to where y'all at. Tag
Yeah,
us to who got the gas.
yeah.
That way we could talk about it or slide up on you, do a podcast with you or something. I like talking to people about their cannabis experiences. You know,
Mm-hmm.
when you came into it, what you like about it, so
Right.
forth.
Why you smoke? Mm-hmm.
We could get into some gas facts. You know, and what I mean by
Yeah.
gas facts is talking about the medicinal use of the
The strain that you're smoking at that time.
right. So I'm trying to do road certified shows with everybody. You hear what I'm saying? If you smoke, holla
If you
at your
smoke.
boy. I'm gonna get off work, or when I'm
Mm-hmm.
off, I'm gonna slide up on you, and we gonna pull the camera out, and we gonna make history. Cause I'm not trying. Just when I first started this,
Uh-huh.
it was just a podcast. Now they
Yeah.
hear us on the radio.
Yeah.
I got another move too.
Yeah.
So
This is
we gonna make history as far as this cannabis education thing going. Because
we want to be the leaders. We want to help bring to fruition that
no,
cannabis
we don't want
is
to be the leaders.
no.
We
Can
are
you
the
let me
leaders.
finish? Okay, but I
We
was
are the
going to say
leaders.
that we are in the forefront as of right now as far as cannabis education.
We got now. I don't
So
care who got next.
we are at the forefront. I'm saying as far as who's going first. We're already here, and we're not going to waste this opportunity,
No, we
which
not.
is what I was going to say because
I knew you was gonna
the
be modest.
quality of our show is going to be quality. Like
Right.
we're not sitting here getting high and we're belting out crazy statements or anything. No, we're having an adult conversation about cannabis experiences. We interview folks who have businesses in cannabis and those who do not. But we also talk to folks who view life from a holistic standpoint as well. So I think this is a wonderful show. I think you get a nice mixture without being overwhelmed with stuff that you're not going to use, like watching the news.
No, no news. They don't talk about indicas and sativas on the news.
Man, look, that Italian icy is icy. Oh, that's a cannabis strain. That Italian icy was really, really good.
It was
And it was just comprised of green, purple, orange, and red hairs, all on one nug.
See, you gotta pay
So, do you
attention
know
to
what
stuff like
what an
that.
Italian icy is? Do you know what an Italian icy is? It's an equivalent in comparison to what we call a water ice, right? So, if you from Jersey, New York, you know what I'm saying, they real good on the ices. And outside you get icy and slurpy, but when you say water ice, that's a different consistency. So this Italian icy that we were so fortunate to be able to try has all those colors on the nug.
Mm.
That was the coolest thing I've ever seen. Now, I've seen nugs purple sour, heavy purple undertones. Hindu Kush purple. Girl Scout cookies, you see a lot of orange hairs. But this Italian icy, it was like a rainbow in my hand. It was a wonderful thing to see. To look at my medicine and actually, be stimulated, not only by the terpenes that I smell, right? But how it looks aesthetically, how the nug looked, how they trimmed it, the size of it, how it feels. All of those things are characteristics and attributes that you should be looking for in your tree. When you get it, you should take it out. You should smell it. You should see if you have resin on your fingers, or if you see keef, you should see if it was trimmed properly or was it machine trimmed. If you don't see any leaf material, it was machine trimmed.
People they just cop and roll, man. People just be copping and rolling. They just get it and just go and just they
No,
smell it.
no,
It got the stink on it and then they smoke it. That's what they be doing.
I get it, but when you rolling it up, you can still see all of the things I just said. When you roll it between your fingers, you can smell it. I know you can smell it because that's why you bought it. If it didn't meet certain requirements, you would not have purchased it, correct?
Exactamundo.
So it's nothing. You're going to smell it. You're going to touch it. You're going to grind it up, and then you're going to smoke it.
This is a good question.
Yeah. Go
How,
ahead.
how y'all know what dookie smell like? And what I mean by dookie is the dirt weed, that dirt Nowinski.
A lower tier of cannabis. They call brick.
Yeah, like all of it look cute. Y'all don't be knowing. Y'all don't know till after you roll it up and then you smoke it and be like, I ain't like that one. But you smelt it and you looked at it before you bought it.
Right.
How come you ain't know you was going to like it before? Help us out on that one, lady Steph. How we don't know beforehand? If we looking at it, how do we know this? When we looking and we see the hairs and the resin and the rosin and all that stuff you said, how we know like, yeah, this is the one. This is the one right here.
Well, first of all, that's why you use your nose first.
Okay.
Because everybody smells something different, right? You
Okay.
can smell the same strain, but you smell something that I don't. So go with what you like. First of all, look at how it was trimmed. Like I said earlier, all of these perfect nugs. There's no such thing as a perfect nug. Either you trim by hand or you trim by machine.
A perfect nug to me is just a really, really big nug.
But it shouldn't be in a perfect nug shape is what I'm getting to. You should see how it was naturally grown. It shouldn't be altered. If it's slanted, it should stay slanted. You shouldn't cut it so it'll look like a perfect nug. Does that make sense? It should maintain its original appearance. So you look at the density of the nug. You know, a lot of your indicas look like a fist, right? They resemble the density. So the nug is going to be tight, whereas those sativa will favor, that density, but it won't be as tight in comparison to an indica. And a hybrid, since you have a mixture of the two, you'll get a mixture in density.
Oh.
So, but you want to touch it. You want to when you go and you pick up that strain, you want to smell it. You definitely want to smell it. You want to look at it. Because all of these shiny bags, everything is shiny. Everything is shiny in that bag. So when you're picking up some tree, it should definitely be what you want. And listen to the name.
I'm so tired of these names.
They have names for everything.
Lord Jesus, the names.
They have more names than there are words in the dictionary, I believe.
I swear, man, growing up,
so
it was
many-
just
so
this
many
is the
versions.
good and this is the not.
So many new phenotypes being created when you pop a new bean. It's not the same strain anymore. People don't realize that you created essentially a new lineage of cannabis.
Well, back in the day when we had Reggie, that was Dirk Nowitzki. We knew it was Dirk Nowitzki. How do you know when you got some Dirk Nowitzki loud?
Oh, so seeds.
How do you know
Seeds.
if the loud is
seeds.
Nowitzki?
Seeds. If you get some cannabis and it has seeds in it, at some point during the growth process, the plant was stressed out.
Okay.
The plant was stressed out.
You were stressing the loud out.
Another thing, if you are utilizing the cannabis and your ash is black, it was not cured correctly.
I got another question for you.
Uh-huh.
Can you tell the potency of the THC by just looking at it?
No, you can't, but they have little testers. Shout out to Canacare, where you can go and take your tree and get it tested for THC potency.
So, like, they got diamond testers, they got canna testers.
Yeah, you
I
can go and
test
test
your
your
cannabis.
Yeah, so say you're a grower and
you
you grow your cannabis and you wanna test the THC level. You can get a sample
getting
because
one
this
of
is
those.
where you get your profile from on outside of the container. Somebody tests a sample and then they send that profile back to you confirming what you grew.
I need a canna tester I need a little boop, 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 boop. Put it on a little, be like, man, stop playing with me, man. It ain't enough. Get that out of here. That ain't no gas. We smoking 93 only. You pulling up with the 87.
Oh, so if it's a certain percentage, you got to get off the scale.
You got to roll out. You got to smoke that to the face.
Wow.
I'm just saying for the people that do it for the sport.
Oh,
for the people that do it for the sport. I want to be able to come through with the referee.
Yeah, you can get it. You can test it.
I'm gonna call that the ref.
You can test it
Give
for
me a
potency.
ref. We gonna get the situation popping where you put your bud in, and we gonna boop boop it, and then we gonna see what the potency is, and then if you know,
Oh man, somebody gonna be embarrassed.
that's the point.
Because they're gonna find out that they got some tree that wasn't as good as they thought it was.
That's what I'm talking about. So you gonna think that that smell good, but it don't smoke good. So you gotta smoke that to the face.
Wow.
You know, it's rules and etiquettes. And
Yeah, we want your tree to be legit. No need in selling something that's garbage.
no, don't tell me that it's gonna take me to the moon.
First of all, if it ain't a moon rock, you're not going to the moon.
But don't tell me it's gonna take me. Don't tell me it's gonna put me on the clouds when it don't even take me to the top of the building.
Okay. Period.
Oh
yeah.
Oh man, that song we heard. We heard a song last night that is not for radio.
Those are the only words that could be
We
said.
only can say period.
That's with a T, everybody.
Yeah, man, that song was hot. I don't know Shorty name.
Man, look here.
I don't know Shorty name.
Yeah, I like that. I want to buy that single. Yeah, that's a banger for sure. Shout out to all the lady lyricists that's out right now as far as attending these events. Y'all real spicy, yo. Y'all a spicy bunch. Like y'all
they out there. The females is out there.
And it's like, ooh,
don't think it ain't no female rappers in Philly. I be going to these events. And these shorties, they out there, they spitting, they got songs, they got bars, like
they have followers.
Yeah, they doing their thing out there.
A lot of supporters. And that's good to see. That's good to see that it's not dominated by men. You know, that you have just as many female participants as you do the males. So that's a good thing. That means they're not being shut out. That means that somebody took them under their wing and is helping them to grow. Somebody's supporting them and encouraging them to stick it out, sis. You got it. You know what I mean? Don't put your dreams on the back burner. Go after it. Get that gas, like that gas, and let it fuel you. Let it propel you to all your dreams so you obtain everything that you have thought about. That you change your subconscious to not negatively impact you, but propel you to the greatest version of yourself.
Ooh, perplexity.
Yeah, don't let it tell you no. You tell it no.
Sometimes when I smoke, I think I'm T.I. I start saying big words.
We are prepared for the propaganda, which is potentially the propensity of such.
Yeah.
Yeah. He has a tendency of using words with the same letter.
Yeah, I think I turn into T.I. Certain weeds. I turn into Stephen A. Smith and T.I. I get real intellectual.
All right.
And very intelligent.
Well, look, I'm gonna do my version of T.I. right now. Shout out to everybody listening to the gas station. I am at Lady Steph 215, and you're listening to us on WJYN 98.5 FM. We are on YouTube Live right now at WJYN 98.5. You can stream us on Alexa. You can check us out at uptownradiophilly.org. You can listen to us on onlineradiobox.com, and we were live from our IG page. Gas Station Radio. Thank you.
They have this Friday flashback stuff, and they're playing, Edo G, they're playing, Eric B. Rakim.
They call that old school.
And they call it old school, but, I would do anything for a station like that, and I think a lot of people would, something that reflects us and where our heads are at and where we want to go.